everyone, I'm so glad you're here for this video. This is probably something that's going to roll into a whole series for me. I'm really excited about it. And it's one of those things that just kind of came about through a conversation, just sort of by accident. I was talking to Pup, that's my sister. I've called her Pup, she's called me Poof for a long time. And how did this start? She told me that like the Estee Lauder Advanced Night Repair that I love as a night serum was working well for her. And we got talking about different products and I said, so could you give me like just a top 5 favorite products of yours right now? And she gave them to me, and I didn't even tell her I was going to do a video on this, but I just like to know this stuff. Like I would like to get into any random person's makeup bag and just dig around, you know? This is just who I am. This is like part news reporter, I'm curious, I like to ask questions, part I love makeup, and I'm interested in absolutely everyone's routine and what they do with it. So should I share the top 5 right off the bat or just reveal as I go? Let's share them at the start and then you'll just see how it all works into the rest of my look. So one is Tarte Shape Tape. So I already had that on hand. I didn't have to buy it. Another one is the It Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores Pressed Powder, which I have within this little It Girl beauty book. Now this may not be all she wears, but it's her top 5 things. The Glossier Boy Brow, and I have that as well. But then a couple of new things that I ordered for this video. The Glossier Balm.com. I got the berry shade or scent. I may have tried just the plain old balm like years and years ago when Glossier was brand new. For some reason I vaguely remember that, but I got this tinted one. And then she also mentioned the Cloud Paint Seamless Cheek Color, and I got the shade Storm in that. I'm not sure if that's the exact shade she's using, but that's what I picked up. So in honor of the beautiful Pup, my lovely sister, we're gonna investigate her look a little bit and try on these products as part of a full face. And as you guys are watching this, if anybody else comes to mind, and I'm talking anybody, like I'm willing to dig deep and find out anybody's top 5 for you. Maybe it's celebrities, maybe it's YouTubers, maybe it's other everyday people in my world, I don't know. Maybe it's mom. I just think this is really fun, and as opposed to seeking out the contents of a person's entire makeup bag or making it really complex, you know, you just casually ask like, what's your top 5? I would try to get this info from like Carrie Underwood, but I tried to do that in the past because I was talking to her makeup artist and she told me some things that were used, but then it all backtracked and she was like, no, you can't talk about that because, you know, she has different endorsement deals and stuff. So you do have to watch out with the celebrities sometimes if they're involved with stuff like that. But anyway, I'm going to use something light to start out with because I'm not even sure if Pup's using a big coverage product outside of Shape Tape. So I'm just going to use my Almay Skin Perfecting Healthy Biome Makeup. I wear it in 120 beige. And if you saw my Happy Little Makeup Surprises video, this was kind of the star of that show. I really love this stuff. I think it goes on really beautifully, looks natural on the skin, blends in with ease. And to me, it feels like a foundation, but a little richer with moisture. Kind of a CC cream type vibe. And I'm gonna use my Pro Foundation 56 brush to blend this in. This is from Sephora brand. So this is just evening out my skin a little bit. I already had moisturizer on. I'm not shouldering this with the whole task of moisturizing my skin, but I do think it adds a little extra moisture. So a little bit about my sister. She is an amazing, incredible watercolor artist. Her work has been in shows around the world. She has won, I'm not sure how many awards for her stuff. She was also a teacher for a while and then now is into painting full time. She just finished a gorgeous self-portrait where it's like she was beside a mirror. It's like, okay, Pup has mastered everything painting wise. Let's make it as difficult as possible by having to do like a mirrored shot. And then there was like this whole reflection thing happening in her phone in that picture. It's just incredible. She's done some gorgeous stuff of me and of the kids and just so many huge moments she has captured, but also just the little fun moments too. So to a lot of people, they're wowed by her talent and her skill, and I am too, but what makes me love Pup most is that she's like my best friend and she has been forever, and she was who I called Fun Mommy because we have a big age gap. And when I was little, I'd call her Fun Mommy because we would just always do the best, funnest things together. And I miss her so much. I feel like I feel like we've barely seen each other during this pandemic. I'm gonna cry. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to bring everybody down, but like I've seen her once for a little party we had back in the fall for Bubba and Belle for their birthdays. And I didn't even get to give her a hug then. you know, because we're trying to be socially distanced and whatever. And I'm just over it and I want to see Pup again. I love Pup. She's just the best person. Just, you know, a hug from Pup is just the best feeling. Okay, I think I've gotten myself together. I literally had to stop the video and put more like of the foundation-y stuff around my nose and my eyes where I rubbed it away. Also, I was out on a walk yesterday and something got into my eye. It bugged me from like late afternoon till I went to bed, and then I woke up this morning and it felt kind of normal again, but it might keep looking a little red there. So anyways, we're ready to move on to the Shape Tape part. Okay, I have this in the shade Light, and this might actually be a hair light for me. I feel like I had a light medium shade or something like that. And you know, Shape Tape really is where it all got going, is it not? As far as just like good coverage concealer stuff. I think it sparked a lot of brands to up their game and do something really full coverage and could really truly tackle any issue on the skin. So I like my Shape Tape, and I'll probably always have some Shape Tape on hand. Although I do think if you're looking for a lower cost alternative to it, you can look into the e.l.f. Camo Concealer. I think the regular e.l.f. Camo Concealer is like the closest dupe, and then you got the hydrating version that gives you a little more moisture. But look at me, I was a mess just a minute ago, and now I'm all brightened up with Shape Tape. I'm gonna give myself a little dab more over here. As you could see, I just apply a small amount of this. You do not need to put on a lot of Shape Tape. Like, people will completely do these opaque triangles of the stuff under their eyes, and that really isn't necessary. If you want it to keep looking fresh, you just want a small amount, so like a couple dots where you need them, and it can look really fresh if the area is well prepped and you didn't over apply. Those would be my tips for Shape Tape. Then we have a powder that's really, honestly, probably one of the best parts of this It Girl Beauty book, but you can get it on its own as well. Just the pressed Bye Bye Pores powder. I sometimes forget to use this a whole lot because it is just enclosed in this book for me, but I'm going to get my e.l.f. small tapered brush and just use this to gently set my under eye. Not that it needs a whole lot of setting powder. Setting powder? Why did I just call it setting powder? I'm all thrown from, you know, the cry early in the video. But anyway, I'll get that over the T-zone as well, just to enhance the staying power of my look a bit. But this does make a difference on the pores. Like, it literally, I went over my nose, and we all have those places where we can look out for pores on our skin. And for me, you know, it might be sides of the nose, like right in here, that inner cheek area, and then the nose itself. And this really helps disguise that. And then I can go over my forehead too, just real quick and easy. Helps control the oil a little bit, helps with the pores, like I said. But it's always a part of this big fold-out palette that I have loved. So thank you, Pup, for bringing that back to life for me right now. Then, she didn't mention a bronzer. I'm sure she's not really wearing a whole lot of bronzer. Pup has a very beautiful, very fair complexion. Her vibe doesn't really require any bronzer. I personally like a little bit added to my skin. So I'm just going to use what's in this palette, the Honey Glow Bye Bye Pores bronzer, and add a little bit of that before we get into that cloud paint, which I did try yesterday, and it's very beautiful, but the shade is very intense. I couldn't quite tell. It's so hard with a cream blush to know exactly what you're getting into. Like, is it going to be super sheer? Is it going to be like really opaque? Is it little goes a long way or not? So this is just my e.l.f. complexion brush here. Oh, and I think it came as a free gift with my Glossier order. They gave me this perfume. Is it called just Glossier You? Oh, it smells so good. Even Belle the other day, they first woke up in the morning, she's like, "Mommy, you smell so good. It's so clean." Kind of like a fresh air. I've got several like really fresh and clean fragrances, like maybe just little minis, different things here and there, and they all kind of come back to that clean laundry smell. This is the fresh and clean, but without that cottony clean laundry smell so much. Not making a lot of sense here, but it doesn't literally make me think of laundry, but it makes me more think of fresh air outside. Okay, so this is the little cloud paint. Again, I got the shade Storm. And I think the look that you see on the tube here is pretty accurate for what the color is like. And I think I'm going to go one cheek at a time, and I'm going to use my little Pro Mini Flawless airbrush to blend that out. You saw me use the full size of that brush to blend out the foundation. I think it's essentially the same size brush head, just a shorter handle. But this is a nice little cheek brush too, so get some on. See, it's kind of a rich, like mauve mixed with red. Again, I'm not sure what shade particularly Pup wears, but isn't that nice? I've never used one of these before, and I think they were a really popular product, actually. There's not shimmer in it. It seems like just the pure color. And the other day I blended it in with my finger and it did go fine, but I was sensing that maybe it was wanting to set just a little bit quick. So that's why I'm doing one cheek at a time today. And if you're saying like, you just set your face with powder and now you're putting a cream product on it. The powder I put on is very, very light. If you're not putting on a ton of powder, you're not going to have like some weird reaction on the skin when you use cream blush on top. Nothing's going to happen. Nothing bad. Pretty. Cloud paint. I'm impressed. I like it. Thank you, Pup. It really doesn't look makeup-y, does it? Because, you know, the texture of a straight cream blush doesn't look like makeup, and then the color, I think, looks pretty natural on me. I dig it. I'm into it. Should I put on a little bit of highlighter? I'm going to pop on a little bit of my favorite Milani, the Strobe Light in Afterglow. That's got to be one of the best highlighters. By the way, speaking of highlighters, did we all hear that Becca is going out of business? Like, I mean, wow, an entire big brand that's sold in Sephora and Ulta, like, that's too bad. Many people love them for their highlighters. That's the first thing I think of. But, you know, I heard Kristen the other day talking about, you know, she loves their primer so much. They've done some really beautiful products. It will be sad to see them go. But I got my glow on there. I'm going to put on a little setting mist. I'm kind of into this Milani Supercharged in the mornings. Like, it's like orange juice. Very energizing fragrance. I do like that. Next in my routine, I would move on to brows. And I've talked about Boy Brow before. I wear it in the shade brown, and it's a really nice quick fill-in for the brows. So it's a tiny brush. Really reminds me of the Benefit Gimme Brow. I think they were kind of the first, right, to come out with the tiny micro brush, opaque sort of fill-in brow gel. But this one, like, the color is so on point. I can fill it in so fast and be very satisfied with this and this alone. Now, I will say, I feel like I've come into a product that's right up there with this one, and it's the e.l.f. Brow Wow. No, Wow Brow. It's the same size brush, same experience putting it on. It has more little fibers in it though, so it really does thicken the brows more. This one somehow it feels like it's thickening as well without a bunch of little fibers. Maybe just the texture of the gel, like you can feel it going in, you can feel it having holding your brows in place. And for some people, this could be like the second step. Maybe you use a little pencil to fill in some more precise areas, and then bam, you pop on the Boy Brow at the end, and this takes care of the rest of the look. Like, I feel so content with just using this, and it could not be easier. But like I said, look to the e.l.f. if you're wanting a lower cost alternative. I'm trying to kind of fluff them up there on the inside. I've gone through all of her top 5 now, except the lip. But for eyes, I actually, as I was making my Glossier order so I could get the things she recommended, oh dang, I thought it might have been the end, but I got a little more out. I thought she mentioned in our messages, not as part of her top 5, but just something she liked. There was some kind of like a one-step shadow thing, and so I got this lid star in the color Fawn. It seemed like, even if this is not the one that she has, it seemed like a color she would like. So this pretty shimmery taupe, and I thought, let's just try that today. Put a little primer underneath it, even though this is a cream product, you know, just in case. And hopefully we see this set and wear really long throughout the day. Update, it did wear a long time because I was editing this video later in the day, cried all over again, and it was still there. I feel like I should be prepared maybe with a little brush. Yeah, I've got this little Instapop synthetic brush from Real Techniques that can help me if I run into any blending issues, but I'm just going to use this doe foot. Can you see that pretty taupey color? And this can help me smooth that around. We're just going to make it easy, kind of like it's a one shadow look. I'm just a low maintenance Glossier girl here in this video. It's pretty. It's just looking like this sheer wash of color, and I think they had some matte ones too. Let me know if you're a fan, if you've tried any of these, what's your favorite color? But yeah, I'm just letting that go everywhere. It's just a cool, easy taupe. What can I say? I can build it up a little bit more now on the lid. I'm gonna pull out a little more product on that doe foot. Sorry, my camera just cut out on me the moment I was doing that, but I like dabbed a little bit more right on the lid just to get like a little more opaque looking color. Oh, it's really pretty. Yeah, I kind of like getting it sheared out first and then just gently building it to where you like the intensity. But it's gonna be a light shade like that overall. I'm feeling the naturalness of this look and I'm not really wanting to throw on heavy liquid liner or a lot more eyeshadows or anything. So I'm just gonna curl my lashes with my trusty Shiseido here and then put on some It Cosmetics Superhero Mascara. That's my favorite. Mascara is on, feeling so good about this pretty lightweight natural look. And when I think about Pup, she does come to mind with a signature pretty bold berry lip. That's what I see her in most. Maybe not even necessarily a bold berry lip, but just like kind of that reddish berry look. And so that's why I chose to get the berrybalm.com here. And I was playing with it. As you can tell, it's got some squeeze to it. I was wearing it yesterday and I was surprised at how much color comes out of this, like onto your lips. It looks very dark and just jammy there. And I'm not sure, again, if this is the color she wears, but she should. And I think this product is probably kind of her around the house comfy lip balm product, you know. But the smell on this smells exactly like I am being transported to somewhere in the middle of my childhood where I got some kind of lip balm. I think it was called Naturistics from Walmart, and I'm pretty sure I ate it. Ugh, I did as a kid eat some lip balm. That's what put me in this crazy makeup obsessed place. That's what planted the seed in myself. I know you guys are like, just put it on your lips already, but I gotta tell you the story. Like, this smells exactly like what I used to try to wear / eat as a kid. But look at the depth. It's so pretty. And they got a cherry one, which I also picked up. Like, you could get a trio of them. I got the mint, the cherry, and this one. So far, this is what I've tried. And look at how pretty that is. I mean, we're talking like a sort of like Vaseline, but thicker, richer feeling consistency. Feels absolutely comfy as heck on the lips. It's not as greasy as a Vaseline would feel. There's a nice little richness and thickness to it. Not sticky at all though. And then look at the gorgeous tint. I mean, is that fabulous or what? There's no way those lips could get chapped. It is just comfy as all get out, and then look at the color tone. Pup's coming through for us. If you haven't tried this, berrybalm.com. And the scent is so like berry. So this is my look, everyone. I'm taking my hair down because I'm getting serious about it now. Pup's faves, Pup's top 5. After my little emotional crying session, what did we need more than Shape Tape at that moment? Like, that swooped in at the time we needed it to recover the under eye and brighten up the face all over again. So that was great. You really can't go wrong with it. The way you can go wrong with it, I guess, would be over applying it or putting it on really dry skin. So you got to be prepped before that, and you got to not put too much on. But otherwise, I can get along great with Shape Tape. Loved that easy Bye Bye Pores powder. It truly does make a difference on pores. Kind of just mattifies and perfects the look of everything. Then we did the cloud paint, which was fun and a new thing for me, and I really like this color, and I think it looks so natural, don't you? The boy brow, very familiar with this, really like it. I feel like my brows are lacking nothing, you know, with this on. I understand some people might need a more precise fill-in at times, but this really can do it for me. And how fast was it? You know, Pup's got masterpieces to create. She can't be sitting there doing her brows for 20 minutes. And then honestly, like, this took the cake at the end. The berrybalm.com Universal Skin Salve, it says, swipe onto lips for a loving layer of nourishing moisture. So nice. Just cushiony. Cushiony is the vibe. And you can see, like, it's got shine, but it's not like overly dripping with shine. You know what I mean? It's comfortable. And the tint on that berry one is just surprisingly intense, you know? It screams pup to me. I love it so much. All right, so thank you guys for watching. Again, if there's anybody, literally anybody out in the world that you'd like a top 5 from that I could work into this series, let me know, because I think this is going to become my new favorite thing to do. If you want one of Pup's beautiful watercolors in your life, she has prints for sale, or she can be contacted to actually paint something for you. I will be linking to her website below where you can check it all out. Thank you so much, Pup. Thank you everyone for watching, and I will see you again next time. Bye.